Hey guys, I know I usually start with a disclaimer for my videos, but this is a seasonal event, so it's going to change year to year regardless. The 2023 Christmas event is finally here, and I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know to get the most out of this year's event. As always, we have some exclusive decorative items, a special event map, exclusive Pokemon, and much more. There's a lot, and I mean a lot, that's changed from previous events, and I'm super excited to go over it. So without further ado, let's go over this year's event. The Christmas event starts on December 19th and will end on January 9th. This gives you around 3 weeks to enjoy everything that's offered from this event. As with all of the other events, the Christmas event has an exclusive event map that you can access for a limited time. In order to access the event map, you must have first beaten all 8 Kanto gyms and received all 8 badges. You don't have to beat the Elite Four, you just need the badges. Once you've met that criteria, which shouldn't really be a problem, most people playing have already gotten these badges, you can head to any Pokemon Center and talk to the Delibird to get taken to the event map. Once you've loaded in, you'll be placed on a dock next to an area with some grass. Here you can encounter Pokemon that can drop Christmas coins and 2 new exclusive decorative items. You can also encounter certain Pokemon that can drop Christmas presents. We'll dive more into dropped items and exclusive Pokemon later in this video. You can also encounter exclusive Christmas-themed Pokemon. These Pokemon have a 5% chance of showing up and have alternate sprites. Going back to the map, before we do anything, I highly recommend going to pick up the free decorative item from the event gym. This year, it's the Santa top hat. It's exclusive to this year's event, and you won't be able to ever get it again. Unlike the Halloween event, the path is fairly straightforward to get to the gym. Starting from Shifting Path, keep following the path up and left to reach Shifting Path 2. Continue upwards to reach Slip Cave. Once you're in Slip Cave, continue to head upwards until you reach a ladder. This will take you directly to Christmas Town, which serves as a general hub for this event. In the middle of Christmas Town is the event gym. Heading into the event gym, you'll see... oh god, no. Yep, this entire gym is one big ice puzzle. Thankfully, it's not that hard. Just follow where I go and you'll easily get past it. Once you've gotten through the ice puzzle, you'll get the chance to battle Frosty. Frosty's team level is your max level minus 1, so you don't need to worry about being underleveled or overleveled. For example, my team of level 100s had the gym leader's Pokemon at around level 99. Frosty has a team of 6 Pokemon, consisting of Snover, Weavile, Mamoswine, Walrein, Articuno, and Xerneas. Once you defeat the gym leader, you'll receive the Santa top hat and be teleported to Santa's workshop. This area takes the place of the gym after you beat Frosty. Here you can exchange Christmas coins with Santa for exclusive event rewards, such as ability capsules, TMs, ice Pokemon boxes, and 2 special decorative items. Ice Pokemon boxes give you a random ice type extremely rare. However, this year, it's been heavily changed. This year, you now have a 1% chance to roll either an Articuno or a Regice from an ice Pokemon box. You also have the option of picking up a couple TMs as well. Since Christmas coins are by far one of the easiest event currencies to get, I recommend spending all of them on ice Pokemon boxes if you really want to maximize your profits. Otherwise, you can just use them on whatever you want. We'll talk about how you can get Christmas coins in a moment. You can also battle Oak if you want to. I just wouldn't touch him unless you have a specific strategy set up. With the gym defeated, you're pretty much set to enjoy the rest of this event. As with all of the other events, there are exclusive event Pokemon that you can encounter on the event maps. I highly recommend picking these up while you have the chance, as you won't be able to encounter them again until next year. Exclusive rares include Delibird, Stantler, and Cryogonal, while exclusive very rares include Bergmite, Cubchoo, and Vanillite. Of course, we can't forget that among these exclusive Pokemon are the event-exclusive Legendaries. The most recent Halloween event completely revamped how events work, so now instead of just one exclusive Legendary per event, there can be multiple different Legendaries, both exclusives and non-exclusives. The Halloween event this year had 3 different Legendaries that you could choose to hunt. The Christmas event looked at that and said, nah, fuck you. How about 6? Obviously, Xerneas is going to remain a Christmas exclusive Legendary and can be found at Christmas Peak. You can go there by literally just heading directly up from the gym. Christmas Peak is still accessible to everyone, so everyone still has access to one of the best Legendaries in the entire game. Similarly, Articuno has been added to the Shifting Path spawn set, which is that first little area that you have access to. The crazy part about this one is that you can encounter it through land grinding, surf grinding, and fishing. If you do decide to go for Articuno, I highly recommend fishing because the amount of experience you'll get for hooking one is insane. By the way, a quick important note, the enhanced feather of Articuno does not increase Articuno's encounter rate on the event map. Shifting Path is accessible to everyone, so everyone can hunt Articuno as well. However, overall, I still recommend hunting Xerneas. But guess what? It gets even crazier. Frostbite Cave is an area that didn't really have much of a purpose in previous events, however has now been given some insane spawns. You can find Frostbite Cave in between these 2 benches behind the Christmas gym. However, in order to access Frostbite Cave, you need to have 400 Pokemon registered as caught in your Pokedex. The cave has had a pretty drastic spawn set change, mostly in the very rares and extremely rares. However, the biggest change is in the legendary spawns. In this cave, you now have a chance to encounter, get this, Regice, Suicune, and Cresselia. That's just insane. You can get Regice by land grinding, Suicune by fishing, and Cresselia by surfing. Just to quickly note, again, the enhanced water stone does not increase Suicune's encounter rate on the event map. But wait, it gets even crazier. At the back of Frostbite Cave is an entrance to another reintroduced area, Frostbite Forest. In order to access Frostbite Forest, you need to have a whopping 600 Pokemon registered as caught in your Pokedex. Obviously, the biggest change comes in the spawn set with multiple new very rares and extremely rares. However, on top of that, you can also encounter Kyurem, which is especially significant since Kyurem used to only be a Clan Wars prize. All of these legendaries will have the event legendary encounter rate of 1 in 100,000, or 1 in 66,000 with gold membership. Personally, I'm going to be going for a Xerneas just because it's such a good legendary. However, if I end up getting one, I'll definitely be fishing for a Suicune. Be sure to take a Shedinja to fully wall literally all of these legendaries. Yep, every single one is walled by Shedinja. And don't forget that you can refresh your game to reset wild Pokemon PP so your legendaries don't struggle to death. Go check out my legendary guide that I made for more information such as best natures and movesets. On top of the new legendary spawns, they've also added 2 brand new Mega Stones to the game. These are the Galalitite and the Abomasite, which both have a 1 in 50,000 base drop chance from any wild Pokemon on their respective maps. The Galalitite can drop in Frostbite Cave, which you need 400 dex to enter, and the Abomasite can drop in Frostbite Forest, which you need 600 dex to enter. All of the general Megastone drop restrictions, such as banned abilities, still apply here. As of me recording this, they're exclusive to this year's event, so get them while you can. Regardless of where you grind though, every Pokemon on the event map has a chance of dropping Christmas coins. This is the exclusive event currency that you can exchange with Santa for the rewards previously mentioned. Currently, the drop rate of Christmas coins is unknown. On top of Christmas coins, you can also get Christmas presents to drop. However, this year, they're a lot easier to obtain. Delibird and Stantler used to be the only Pokemon that could drop Christmas presents. Now, it's been expanded to include all rare Pokemon on the event maps. So thankfully, Cryogonal can now drop Christmas presents. I think those of us that have played during previous events will be happy about this one. Delibird and Stantler have also been added to literally every spawn set in the game until the event ends. They can still drop Christmas presents, so even if you can't access the event map, you can still get your hands on these Pokemon and some Christmas presents. TLDR, any rare Pokemon on the event maps will drop Christmas presents, but only Delibird and Stantler can drop Christmas presents on non-event maps. Christmas presents are essentially this event's variant on mystery box type items, however, they work a little differently. You can't open Christmas presents yourself, you can only send them to other people. Since Christmas is all about giving, the developers thought it might be fun to gift other players some presents. Though there's a couple rules about sending presents. These presents can include a variety of different items, ranging from the really garbage stuff like Pokeballs and potions, to rare items such as IV resets and gold membership tickets. You can also receive Christmas coins from these, which can help you buy some of those items from Santa. There's also a very slim chance that you'll gift someone a jackpot prize. When this happens, both your name and the person who received the present will pop up in chat along with what the prize was. And there's some crazy jackpot prizes too. There's like 10 IV resets, 10 Pokemon boxes, 50 world blessings. It's crazy. Now you might be asking yourself, well, who should I send these presents to if I can't open them myself? Well, you can send them to pretty much anyone in the game. You can send them to close friends, clanmates, mods, pretty much anyone that doesn't have you ignore listed. You can even send them to me if you want. But if you really don't have anyone to send them to, just ask around, you'll probably get someone that'll take them. Just a reminder, don't ask for presents in public chats. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure there's a present for present custom chat that you can get someone to invite you to. That might have been disbanded a while ago, but my point is, ask around and you'll probably get someone willing to take your presents, or even better, swap them. Plus, that way you might meet new people that you could potentially start friendships with, and this game is just so much more enjoyable with friends. During this event, there will be a 2-time shiny weekend starting on December 29th at 4 p.m. server time, and will end on January 1st at 4 p.m. server time. This means that shiny rates will be doubled for all encounters during that weekend. This also includes Pokemon rolled from shops, rolled from eggs or Pokemon boxes, and rolled mounts from the credit shop. There will also be a 2-times legendary weekend starting on January 5th at 4 p.m. server time, and will end on January 8th at 4 p.m. server time. This means that every single legendary Pokemon will have their encounter chances doubled from 1 in 125,000 to around 1 in 62,000. Or if you're hunting an event legendary, which most of you are likely going to be, it's around 1 in 50,000. Legendary chances are also doubled for Pokemon boxes and Ice Pokemon boxes, so make sure to save your boxes until then to get the best chance of rolling a legendary. Now let's talk decorative items. Event decos are a staple of events, and during this year's event, we've got quite a few. Here's every decorative item and mount that you can get during this event and how you can get them. First, there's obviously the Santa top hat, which you can get from defeating Frosty in the event gym. It's a limited time item and it's free, so be sure to pick it up while you have the chance. Then there's the Christmas present lid that you can get for 50 Christmas coins, and the Christmas present box costume for 150 Christmas coins. Then there's obviously the credit shop decorative items and mounts that you can get by donating to the game and receiving credits. Next, while grinding on the event maps, there's a 1 in 10,000 chance that a wild Pokemon will drop one of 2 special decorative items exclusive to this year's event. These are the Snowflake Halo and the Christmas Wreath. And lastly, there will also be exclusive decorative items and mounts being auctioned off every day. These include the Crystal Onyx and Shiny Crystal Onyx mounts, the Ice Crown, and the Nutcracker costume. These items will have 3 of each auctioned off every day of the event. Personally, I'm gonna be dead serious, I'm not a huge fan of any of these decorative items except for the Ice Crown. The Xerneas antlers look way too big, I'm not really a top hat person, so the gym deco doesn't really do it for me, and the present box costume just looks... yeah. I'm personally not a huge fan of these, but I can definitely see some of these being fan favorites. One other thing I'd like to briefly cover are instances. Essentially, every map will have a player cap of 25 players. After hitting 25 players, a new instance of that map will be created and more players can play on that map. Think of it like copying a room where it's the same room but with different players. If you're trying to get on a specific instance, for example, if you're trying to play with a friend or something, You can just keep going in and out of loading zones until you hit the instance you want. And lastly, there's a couple more things that I'll quickly go over as it's just standard stuff for all events. Experience has been boosted globally by 50%. This means that regardless of where you are in the game, you'll still be getting that 50% boost. This boost stacks with other boosts such as altar blessings. If you're trying to level up your Pokemon quickly, I highly recommend grinding on the event maps. The wild Pokemon here scale with your level, however it caps out at level 83. There's also a 50% boost to fishing and mining experience, however these boosts apply to only the event maps. Treasure chests are also going to be spawning more frequently. And finally, credit donations have been given a 10% boost during the event. So if you're planning to buy credits, I would do it now. With that covered, that's everything you need to know for this year's Christmas event. But there's one last question. What should I do? Well, there's a couple areas that you can grind in, but personally, I recommend staying at Christmas peak. There's almost always honey that's spread there, so you can take advantage of that for better encounter rates. Just a reminder to be prepared for a legendary encounter as legendaries spawn at level 85. As long as you have a Shedinja on your team, you're good to deal with a Xerneas if you encounter one. You can just buy one off the global marketplace if you don't have one. Dying to a legendary really sucks, especially if it's your first one. So please remember to either take a Shedinja or be adequately leveled. For you super new players, like those of you that are under level 40 and don't want to buy a Shedinja, I recommend grinding in Slip Cave. It's got all the benefits of the event map, but with no legendary spawn. And that's it for this year's event. Be sure to check out my channel Discord server by clicking the link in the description. Also, be sure to check out the official Pokemon Planet Discord server to know if anything has changed during the event by doing /Discord in the game. There's a lot that's changed, so I hope this video was at least a little helpful. Thank you all so much for watching, good luck during the event, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.